Let's just take a moment here and consider the very fabric of our reality. That steady forward march of seconds, minutes, and years. It feels like the most fundamental truth of our existence. But what if it's the most profound illusion? Just look at this question for a moment. Let it settle in. Is the river of time really flowing? Or could it be that we're the ones flowing through a reality that is in itself completely static, completely timeless? It's interesting, isn't it? Our modern myths, the stories we see in movies like Interstellar or Arrival, they're just filled with this idea. They present time not as some rigid, unbreakable law, but as a dimension, something we can actually navigate, maybe even master. It's almost like we're all collectively dreaming of a reality that exists beyond the clock. But this modern fascination, it isn't new at all. In fact, it's an echo of a concept that goes back thousands of years. It's an ancient wisdom that calls our perceived reality the veil of Maya. The great sage Swami Vivekananda spoke these words. Now, they're not meant to suggest that the world you see and touch isn't actually there, no. Instead, they're pointing to a much deeper truth, that the way we experience the world, the story we tell ourselves about what's real, isn't the ultimate reality. So, what exactly is Maya? Well, think of it like the basic operating system for our perception. It's this cosmic code that processes everything through three core functions. Time, which gives us a before and an after. Space, which gives us a here and a there. And causality, which tells us that this happens because of that. This entire framework, that's Maya. It's the lens that we see through, but it's not the light itself. Okay, so if our reality is just a perception that's shaped by this framework, then a really profound question comes up. What exists beyond it? What's actually behind the veil? The ancient scriptures talk about a time before the universe unfolded into past, present, and future, before there was even a here or a there. In that state, there was only one unified primordial substance, a state of just pure, undivided being. And here we can see those two realities right next to each other. On one side, you have the world of Maya, this intricate clockwork. It's a world completely governed by the constant ticking of time, structured by the divisions of space, and bound by that predictable chain of cause and effect. But on the other side, we get a glimpse of what lies beyond the veil, a state that's described as pure, timeless, and at its very essence, consciousness itself. Now, here's what's so powerful about this ancient wisdom. It's not just some cosmic theory. It's actually an invitation. It's an invitation to discover that this timeless reality, it's not something separate from you. It is you. Think about it. The person you believe you are, all your memories from the past, your plans for the future, even your age, all of that exists inside the river of time. But your true nature, that silent awareness within, your core essence, well, that exists completely outside of the timeline. It was never born, it will never die, it just is. So how can you even begin to experience this for yourself? Well, the path, as it's shown here, it starts with understanding. We can contemplate this ancient wisdom not as a set of rigid rules, but more like a map. And then, using that map, we can start to turn our awareness inward, away from all the noise of the world, and toward the deep silence of our own inner source. And so we end right back where we started, with a question. If the very core of your being exists beyond the clock, beyond the story of your life, then who are you really in this exact moment? The answer to that, it can't be found in a thought. It can only be found in the silence from which all thoughts arise.